Offshore developments present specificities that we are going to explain during this lesson. An important point that we may raise is: what are the critical factors to take into account in order to choose the most adequate field architecture? What can be the technical options? Selecting the development concept of an offshore field is related to all the parts of the field. What will be the reservoir depletion strategy? Can the reservoir pressure be maintained? How? Will the wells be subsea wells or surface wells? What will be the wells' trajectories? How will they be drilled? Will the support be fixed or floating? And how many of them will be needed for the development of the field? How many development phases will be needed? How will the production be stored and exported? Where will the living quarters for the people working on field be installed? For each of these questions, different options exist. In order to illustrate how to choose the best architecture, let's focus first on the reservoir geometry criteria. If the reservoir is deep and not wide, a fixed platform can be a good solution, and the wellheads will be located on the platform. On the contrary, a wide reservoir will be produced with subsea wells due to a big distance between them, and a net of flow lines will transport the fluid up to a floating system. Let's now focus on the different offshore production supports. Their role is to provide a stable and safe area to install equipment and to work. Let's take a look at the platforms fixed on the seabed, as the concrete platform, the steel platform, or the compliant tower. For all these structures, the wellheads are installed on the platform. Such a choice allows easier well intervention and management. But when the water is too deep, such structures can no longer meet environmental constraints. A floating unit is more adapted, such as a semi-submersible platform or a floating production storage and offloading, the FPSO. As we can see on the document, the environmental conditions of work can drastically differ from one region to another one, and are significant for the final choice of the future offshore production support. In the case of deep water, the specific technical challenges and risks are related to flow assurance issues. In fact, in these conditions of production, we can face low reservoir pressure and temperature, and consequently lower well eruptivity. Moreover, the temperature at the seabed is low, flow lines are long and rises deep. Therefore, temperature and pressure conditions are favorable for deposits, and the fluid encounters hydrodynamic issues, such as high pressure drops or slugging. In order to illustrate the deep offshore challenges to be faced, let's consider the case of the Pashfloor development project. A movie dedicated to these field challenges is proposed at the end of this video.